we had distinguished guests and speakers from India, from Pakistan, from Uganda, from Bangladesh, from Afghanistan, and also from America. So this is the second session, and we're going to have many more distinguished speakers and very well-known personalities will deliver their presentation and speeches. So once again, I welcome you to this part of the program. And before we go on, the first speaker that we have, Dr. Khalil Rahmani, PhD, and a title that he has chosen and touching base on is stress, mental health, and the community, which is a very main topic, as you know, and is affiliated with John Muir Hospital, Walnut Creek, Board of Psychology of California, USA. Unfortunately, Dr. Khalil Rahmani, for some family emergency in the last minute, he couldn't personally be presented, but he sent his presentation, and we're going to play that presentation for you. And I'm sure it's going to be very beneficial because this subject matter is important to our life. So without further ado, we're going to go.
Salam and greetings. My name is Dr. Khalil Rahmani. I am an adjunct professor of psychology and a clinical psychologist practicing here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Before I begin my presentation, I really would like to express my deepest appreciation and gratitude to Dr. Nadir Siddiqui for his invitation to be a part of this very valuable conference. Since my topic is on stress, mental health in community, I really would like to focus on these issues through my next 15 minutes presentation. One of the issues that has been brought up to me on a consistent basis by either my patients or my students or other individuals, that they have different understanding and definitions of stress. Majority of these folks believe that to be without stress or to be totally stressless, that is an ideal life, which cannot be true. And the reason it cannot be true is because, as a clinical psychologist, I really would like to say that to be without stress is to be dead. So there is a healthy level of stress that all of us must entertain to work towards our daily goals and objectives. In other words, we set goals and objectives. We have daily challenges that we need to overcome, and stress is the vehicle that could facilitate the process of achieving those goals and objectives. This is what we call eustress. Given the fact that my presentation is not on healthy stress, my presentation is more on unhealthy stress. Now we need to understand this one point, that stress occurs when we must adjust to our environment. Whatever the environmental stimuli, we must deal with them effectively. Those of us who cannot regulate their affect or cannot cope effectively with their stress, they can manifest multiple physiological and psychological illnesses. Having said that, majority of the patient population, specifically Afghans that I see through my private practice, their physiological illnesses are stress induced. In other words, if they have asthma, if they have hypertension, if they have diabetes, if they have high cholesterol or somatic complaints, they are stress triggered. Psychological distress can also lead to multiple psychological disorders. For example, major depressive disorder is sometimes, as I refer to, is repressed anger. Multiple stressors can trigger anger as well. It can trigger withdrawal. It can cause symptoms of depression. So not only major depressive disorder, but generalized anxiety disorders, phobia, and within the anxiety disorders, I can say that OCD or obsessive compulsive disorder, panic attacks, all and so many other psychological disorders can be stress related. Specifically, individuals who somaticize their psychological distress in the form of medical condition or hypochondriacs, somatoform disorders, conversion disorders, all these are stress induced and stress related. Now, in my study on psychological adjustment of the Afghan refugees, which was a unique study and a challenge for me as well, because it was a first of its kind to be conducted on the Afghan population living here in the San Francisco Bay Area. In this study, 40 participants attended the research. Among these 40 participants, 10 were female and 30 were male. Age variables between 20 to 54. Interesting enough, the study specifically focused on the psychological adjustment in the experience of acculturation of these refugees in the United States. Displacement issue, leaving one's home country, leaving loved ones behind back in their home country, Afghanistan, leaving their friends, leaving their people, leaving their country or motherland, as Afghans call it, are extremely excruciating variables and were triggering significant amount of distress for these individuals. Interesting enough, there was a positive correlation between the stress level that they were entertaining and the psychological symptomatology. The more the individual was unable to acculturate, the more the individual was grieving the loss of home, the loss of culture, and worried about the future, specifically the elderly individuals, 50 and above in Afghanistan is considered elder. They were consistently worried about not only about their future, but the future of their children, parents and fathers, mothers. They were exceedingly distressed about their children's future. So, given their acculturation experience, I came to the conclusion, and through this study, that a large number of Afghans are manifesting symptoms of somatization. And this was particularly vivid among women and female. Now, participants in the study, as I have indicated, a high score on BSI, or Brief Symptom Index subskills, specifically on somatization, OCD, anxiety disorder, and phobia. And as I shared with you in my study, female participant displayed more symptomatology versus male participants. Perhaps finding of my research should be alarming to the Department of Health and Human Services. My understanding is that majority of this population is deprived from psychological services, from mental health services. I think there is also a reason, a cultural reason, for some Afghans that to have some sort of psychological ailment, to have a diagnosis of psychological disorder, one must be lunatic or crazy. This is a very unfortunate side of this whole dynamic, so to speak. And that's why people will avoid seeking professional help. My recommendations to the Department of Health and Human Services here in the United States is that they should provide more support, resources, and funding to organizations and practitioners, clinicians who are working with this population, so they can move towards a brighter future. There's no doubt that when individual is motivated, when hope is instilled, hopelessness disappears. And that is my philosophy, that hope is a vaccination against all psychological and physiological illnesses. I believe that there are no challenges that we cannot overcome. And God has not created a problem in our lives that He has not shown us the way to solve it. At this point, I really would like to express my gratitude to all of you who have been able to listen. And if you have any further questions, I was told by Dr. Siddiqui that they are going to publish my article in their journal, in their magazine, or in their website. If you have any specific questions in this regard, you are more than welcome to get in touch with me by emailing me Doc Ramani, which is D-O-C, in my last name, R-A-H-M-A-N-Y, at yahoo.com. Thank you so much again for listening, and thank you so much for being a support to the Afghan community.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rahmani, for beautiful subject that you brought up. And as we all know, Dr. Rahmani is a well-known personality in our community, in the whole America and Canada. And he has attended to many programs, TV programs, and other seminars. And really, he's a very humble personality and willing to serve the community in any states. Okay, as I said, probably some of you haven't seen my face. My name is Habib Mohammadi, and I'm the host of this program. In the meantime, I'm just studying this holistic health education practitioner, this college. I'm honored to be part of this first Bio-Natural Healing Conference virtual. Right now, we're going to introduce our next speakers. Our next speakers is going to be a very well-known, respected scholar. Sorry, one step ahead. Yeah, we have Dr. Nazir Ahmad, PhD, a well-known personality, and he's actually, everybody probably knows him. He's a well-known personality in the whole globe. As the title that he is going to speak about it is Prophetic Medicine from a Spiritual Perspective. And his affiliation, he's got a long resume. I just chose a few of them, and for the sake of time, he's a renowned NASA scientist. He was a chief NASA scientist on the NASA Hubble, inventor, historian, educator, director of American Institute of Islamic History, and former member of Karnataka State Knowledge Commission, Bangalore, India. Currently resides in Northern California, and also is a community leader and advisor. Dr. Nazir Ahmad, welcome, and so glad to have you with us. Please turn your video on if you haven't done it so far. I request you to.
Yes.
There we go. Welcome, and Dr. Nazir Ahmad. It's very nice to have you. And thank you so much for accepting our invitation on behalf of Bio-Natural Healing College. And welcome to the show. And floor is yours.
It says launch meeting. Should I push on that?
Actually, you're okay. Right now we see you. All you have to do just, I'm going to leave you, should be okay.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulihil Kareem. A very warm and personal Assalamu alaikum to all of our brothers and sisters who are listening both here and abroad. May the light of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam be with each one of you. I must commend the organizers of this international conference on bionatural healing, which has immense potential for the teeming millions of South Asia. I have been asked to say a few words about prophetic medicine. What is prophetic medicine? Like so many terms in Islamic sciences, the term prophetic medicine has been constrained to the few cures that were practiced by the Prophet ﷺ. There is even an attempt to decouple Islamic medicine from prophetic medicine. It is like trying to separate Islamic history from the history of the Prophet. How can you have a spring without a spring head? So let us redefine prophetic medicine as the system of medicine that derives its inspiration from the Quran and the Sirah of the Prophet ﷺ, and includes the brilliant contributions of Muslim physicians and scientists during the golden age of Islamic science. The achievements of stalwarts like Al-Razi and Ibn Sina would have been impossible were it not for the inspiration of the Quran and the Sirah of the Prophet ﷺ. It includes holistic, integrative, Sufi spiritual healing, as well as the system that appeared in South Asia under the misnomer Unani medicine. In its march through history, it has absorbed the influence of the East as well as the West, and has considerable overlap with other universal systems of medicine. Having defined our terminology, let us ask ourselves, what is the approach of the system of medicine? What are its canonical guiding principles? What are its goals and its methodologies? How is it related to the other global systems of medicine, such as the Chinese, Unani, Ayurvedic, naturalistic, homeopathic, and modern medicine? The Quranic approach to science is empirical. It is based on observation, measurement, reflection, and extension. The Quran emphasizes again and again the primacy of reason, reflection, and wisdom in our approach to understanding nature and applying this knowledge for the falah or the well-being of humankind. As applied to medicine, this means observing symptoms, documenting patient history, conducting tests, analyzing causes, examining alternate interventions, and using what works for a specific case. There are certain guiding principles that govern prophetic medicine. First is the principle of balance and avoidance of extremes. The Quran declares, وَالسَّمَاءَ رَفَعَهَا وَوَضَعَ الْمِيزَانَ أَلَّا تَطْغَوْا فِي الْمِيزَانِ. And we have raised up the firmament and established dynamic balance therein, so that you do not violate balance in your own lives. Man is not alien to nature. He is a part of it. There is an organic relationship between man and his environment. Unlike some ideologies that consider nature as an object that is to be exploited, the Islamic approach is that man is the trustee of the environment and must live in harmony and consonance with it. The principles of moderation and balance apply to all aspects of life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not love those who are extreme, and whom Allah does not love suffer. The Quran declares, Inna Allah la yuhibbul mu'tadin. Verily, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not love the extremists. Health maintenance in the Islamic approach revolves around the principle of mizan, a dynamic balance internally within each person and externally between a person, his environment, and his society. Secondly, Islamic medicine is inclusive. It is open and it incorporates the proven and beneficial practices from other cultures and other systems. The Prophet ﷺ said, go to China if need be in search of knowledge. It was this principle that the Muslim physicians of the Golden Era between the 7th and the 13th century used to create the most advanced medical system of the age. They translated books from Greece, India, and Persia and created their own system of empirical medicine and made major advances in chemistry, diagnostics, public health, and surgery. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh once again. I was talking about the classical Islamic medicine. Every mosque, madrasa had a shifakhana or hospital attached to it where people were treated and healed. The practitioners of Islamic medicine were called al-Hakim, people of hikmah or wisdom or integrators who knew not only the Quran and the Sunnah, but also philosophy, mathematics, medicine, history, and sociology. This also included knowledge of the best practices from the neighboring civilizations. The Prophet was an embodiment of the Quran. As such, what he said, what he did, as well as his approach were reflective of the Quranic approach. What he said became the hadith. What he did became the sunnah. And his approach became the seerah or the path. All of these were an integrated whole. You cannot separate the one from the other. Those who say that prophetic medicine is based solely on hadith marginalize it. Wikipedia plays a part in it. This definition needs to be corrected. Prophetic medicine is an integrated, consultative, inclusive system of medicine that follows the empirical, evidence-based approach of the Quran and the Seerah of the Prophet ﷺ, incorporates his Sunnah, and is consistent with the authentic hadith. In later years, it blossomed to include the best practices from Greece, Iran, India, and China. Applied to the modern age, it must incorporate the best practices that homeopathic, naturalistic, allopathic, and other systems of medicine. Third, Islamic medicine is based on healthful nutrition, proper hygiene, and best public health practices. The Quran offers the guidance: eat what is tayyib. Tayyib means that which is pure, healthful, and nutritious. Modern day applications to avoid toxic chemicals, food additives, and GMO ingredients are obvious. Proper hygiene is maintained through wudu 5 times a day. Distancing is prescribed in times of epidemic. The Prophet ﷺ said, if you hear there is an epidemic in a land, do not go to it. If the plague breaks out where you are, do not leave it. One can easily see the application to the current COVID situation. Surgical intervention was developed and used extensively by Islamic physicians. The Columbia Journal of Surgery states, at a time when the rest of Europe was struggling through the dark ages, the Islamic Golden Age was in full bloom, and Cordoba, Spain, played a major role in it. Ibn Sina, Persia, wrote the Canons of Medicine, which served as a standard textbook of medicine in Europe until the 16th century. The relevance of these contributions to modern day medical practice is obvious. Islamic medicine must be open to the best practices of modern medicine, which includes telemedicine, non-invasive diagnostics, nanotechnology, space medicine, as well as healing from other systems of medicine. Lastly, the core of prophetic medicine is spirituality. Allah is Al-Shafi'i, the ultimate intercessor and healer. But man must do his part. Tie your camel, then trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, said the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Man is first spirit. Only then does he become his corporeal self. It is not the body that contains the spirit. It is the spirit that surrounds the body inside out. The Prophet ﷺ was a personification of spirituality. When you dive into the spirituality of the Prophet, a drop becomes an ocean. A drop becomes an ocean, and you climb an infinite ladder of sublime realities. Specifically, the goal of prophetic medicine is to heal the heart, protect the soul, nourish the mind and the body, so that man may discharge his responsibility to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his creation as the trustee on earth. The human cannot do so without a sound body, a sound mind, a sound heart, and a soul that is at peace with itself. An Islamic tabib, a doctor, is not just a doctor of the body, but is also a guide for the mind, a healer of the heart, and a solace for the soul. That is why he's called Al-Hakim, an integrator, a man or a woman of wisdom. The spiritual diseases of the day include disbelief, jealousy, covetousness, acquisitiveness, ingratitude. The cure for this is prayer, zikr, and contemplation. The diseases of the soul include inclination to evil and oppression. The cure for these diseases is taqwa, closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The diseases of the mind are materialism, stress, egoism, and aggrandizement. The cure is a constant reminder that the mind itself is a divine gift. It has its limits and must surrender before the majesty of Asma'ul Husna. The diseases of the body are numerous. Each is treated individually so as to reinforce healing. Prophetic medicine, like Islamic education and Islamic culture, have suffered because Muslims have largely forgotten their own identity and have accepted the definitions imposed upon them. Prophetic medicine is not just black seeds and honey, although black seeds and honey have their health benefits. It is a total system which is empirical, evidence-based, data-driven, scientific, integrative, consultative, inclusive, incorporating the best practices available, whether they be Chinese, Ayurvedic, naturalistic, homeopathic, or modern. Its goal is the spiritual, mental, and spiritual well-being of man, so that he can adore, serve, and worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his creation, and discharge his responsibility as the Khalifa or representative of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on earth. Thank you very much, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nazir Ahmad. Thank you so much for beautiful speech about prophetic medicine from perspective of spirituality. And sorry for the distortion, but I'm sure everybody enjoyed. Hopefully we can have you for a complete session once and invite you to have a complete lecture about this subject. You have a nice day. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Dear viewers and respected speakers, distinguished scholars, whoever attending this beautiful conference, as you know, we are in the second day, actually the first day, the second session, and we're going to have more guests, more speakers are talking. So at this point, we're moving forward. The next speaker is going to be Dr. Vera Dordani, ND. And Dr. Vera, unfortunately, she was scheduled for a historical scene for a long time ago. She scheduled that. She couldn't be here with us today, but she sent a clip. And actually, I thank her for that. And I hope we get benefit from that. So I'm gonna just go play that one.
Greetings, everybody. I'm used to giving workshops on Ho'oponopono that are a minimum of 4 hours. So this is just going to be an introduction that I hope might entice you to pursue it further. It has changed my life in a very, very positive way. I didn't like the book I was writing because it contained a lot of fear and guilt for being a human being, for eating animals when I was a young child, leaving a carbon footprint, having no regard for spiders, bugs when I was young, and killing them without another thought because they scared me. The list goes on and on. All I know is that I was always thinking in what ifs, living in fear and making myself crazy. So if you're living with a story that doesn't please you, how about doing a rewrite? What's bothering you right now? Is it happening at this very moment? Whatever happened in the past is in the past. It is only happening again now if it's replaying in your mind. Chatter, old tapes, baggage, replaying patterns, bad memories, they all add up to nothing but limitations. Nobody sabotages us worse than we sabotage ourselves with the constant barrage of shoulds and shouldn'ts, what ifs, don't wants, yeah buts, chattering away at us. Awareness of this chatter is what helps us to start the elimination process. As long as we're aware of what we're thinking, saying, doing, and feeling, we can be aware of our responses to life's challenges. And our responses are the keys to freedom from what might happen if, etc. We all seem to live with that little chatter package. So what is Ho'oponopono anyway? Is it a religion or a belief system or a superstition? The answer to all three is no. It's simply a method to erase old tapes, old data, garbage, baggage, stale memories, chatter, 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 chatter. That's what we seem to live with so often. That's all it is. It is not a religion, nothing to fear. What we have to do is give recognition to the fact that every living entity is interconnected from ancient ancestors to the present. So things that have gone on in the past actually affect our present. We fuel each other with our energies. We always have and we always will. Now, the simple method of erasure or cleaning, as it's generally called in Ho'oponopono, is in focusing on 4 different loving phrases that address the entities living within us. The entities being our divinity or our superconscious, hearing the old voices of Father, Mother, which is our conscious, and then our subconscious, which is our inner child. When we offer love, forgiveness, and gratitude, we're able to erase the old memories and the data that only provide us with limitations. And the simple phrases are simply right there. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And thank you. If a problem surfaces and you want to clean on it, the cleaning is not taking place on the other person or the problem that's bothering us, but it's cleaning on ourselves and our perception of the problem. In Ho'oponopono, we must always accept responsibility for our awareness of a problem's existence and our perspective on this problem, since the problem only resides within us. I love you. When you say I love you, you attract what you put out into the universe. So to attract love, we've got to exude love and love ourselves unconditionally. No judgment, absolutely no judgment. Then when you say I'm sorry, it's to let go of the judgments against ourselves and others. We must forgive. We have to apologize to our inner child for holding on to painful data. When you say, please forgive me, not only do you apologize for holding on to painful memories, but we also ask our inner child for forgiveness for the unhappiness that we cause ourselves, because we're our own worst enemies. Then the beautiful words, thank you. To attract positive events into our lives, we must express gratitude at all times, in all ways, including for the opportunities to clean that are not always pleasant. Even if they're not pleasant, there are opportunities for cleaning and from which to learn and grow. Every single form of life is interconnected. and we all carry divinity within us. From plants to animals to all humanity. A prime example of our connections. Recently, I felt a wave of sadness like a death had occurred, and I had no idea why. Moments later, I received a text telling me my friend's cat had just passed on at that moment. I felt what she felt because we're all interconnected. In our everyday lives, we tend to suppress divinity in favor of old data, tapes, patterns, and the incessant chatter that plagues our minds and brings us no peace or inspiration. And since we're all interconnected, that means we've got memories constantly hitting us by the millions every second, from ancient ancestors all the way to what's taking place right now all over the world, including COVID and all the recent senseless mass murders. Yet every time we get involved with groups such as marches on Washington or attending protests, or even yelling at our television news, we only give power to that which we're opposing. Ho'oponopono offers a method to help erase this nonstop barrage of data through speaking to the different areas of our beings, from our superconscious, again, the divinity, to our conscious, the old father-mother voices, and down to the subconscious, also known again as our inner child. I'm really overly sensitive, so the atrocities that are committed by humans in factory farming or with GMOs is something that I just find intolerable and extremely painful. So I clean on it constantly. We all need to combine our efforts in cleaning so we can help eliminate some of the painful acts committed to and on this planet. Ho'oponopono can help erase the pain of what humans do to animals, other humans, and the planet. Ho'oponopono is also tied closely to the laws of attraction. Whatever we resonate is what we'll attract. By erasing old data, we can live in the now and attract what we really want in our lives, rewriting our stories the way we want them to read. In other words, we can turn crappy into happy. I've had clients who constantly repeat, laws of attraction don't work. I've tried repeating affirmations that claim I'm going to be a millionaire and I live a life of ease, and it doesn't happen at all. But I have to ask them, do you believe what you're saying when you say your affirmations? And they usually say, no, not really. Am I going to believe I'm wealthy when all I've ever had all my life are financial problems? And now they're worse than ever with COVID. Student loan I can't pay off. Bills just keep piling up. Nothing ever goes my way. Not even when I say my affirmations. Things like, how am I going to say I love you to someone who does me wrong? People always do wrong things to me and I don't deserve that. Why would I say I'm sorry or please forgive me or especially thank you to them? But remember, you're not saying it to them. You're cleaning on yourself, making these statements to your inner child for constantly telling it that things never go your way, or you can't ever pay off your debts, or people always do you wrong. All you're doing is repeating old data and attracting to you the same events again and again by saying what you're saying. So if you work on erasing those feelings of poor me by cleaning on your perspective of what's happened to you in the past and how you can change your future by flipping your attitude, you'll find things will start to go your way. It's amazing. Now look, the laws of attraction are always at work. They work for you or against you, but they are as undeniable as the law of gravity. Jump off a tall building without wings, you're going to splat. What did Henry Ford say? Whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. Whatever you think is what you're going to bring to you. So don't focus on what you don't want, or that's exactly what you're going to get. People who are terrified of dying usually end up dying early. You know, clients often ask me, how can I choose happiness if my life is nothing but chaos? Well, how can I be thankful when I'm not that happy? I'd be plenty thankful if I had something to be happy about. It's really up to you to choose to be happy, and happiness will follow. If you're always grumpy, you're going to have more to be grumpy about. It's that simple. You know, there are only two states of being that exist. And what are they? Right here, acceptance When we're in a state of acceptance, life flows smoothly and we tend to feel balanced and joyful. But when we're in resistance, which where most of us seem to live, then everything in life seems difficult. And what we resist always persists. You know, the key to Ho'oponopono is that there are no problems over there. All the problems of which we're aware are right here. It's all perspective. What you might find beautiful, others might find hideous. Your political choices might not reflect mine. It's all perspective. A simple example of perspective from 3 points of view. Recently at the farmer's market, our aging dog fell and my dog, while my husband was attempting to hold him up to pee, and a man watching said, "Oh, that poor thing." Another woman watching said, "He's so blessed to have you taking care of him." And my perspective was, why God does he have to experience this at this time in his life? And then I immediately started cleaning so I could accept the experience rather than resist it, which would make myself and most likely my dog more miserable. Accepting the experience allows us to move forward, especially if we're unable to change what's happening, such as the aging experience. But then again, when my dog woke me up at 2:30 in the morning, I immediately said, "You're killing me." And right away, I had to start cleaning because our words have so much power. When we take an adversarial attitude towards something, we give it power. So letting old data replaying in our minds takes away our power and our freedom and doesn't allow us to tap into inspiration where the superconscious resides. Clients tell me that I can't be responsible for COVID or the fact that we have lost so much freedom, our livelihoods, but you're responsible for your feelings about what's taken place. We all have it. We're all responsible for what we think, what we do, what we say, and what we feel. Accepting responsibility for all our feelings, emotions, and actions is that first step to freedom. To stay in a state of freedom, always be responsible for every thought you think, every action you take, and every word you utter. Live in a state of awareness so you don't pollute the temple you've been given in which to reside. Many people say, "But I'm so busy taking care of everyone else, I don't have time to take responsibility for my life or my thoughts." To which I respond, if you don't take the time for yourself, then how can you expect to improve your life? But even if you do start cleaning, be aware that the cleaning process doesn't mean there'll never be more grief in life or challenges. It's just a matter of how we respond to the challenges that makes life easier or more difficult. But with Ho'oponopono, challenges just appear to be less difficult. You know, now is the only time there is. The past is in the present, is in the past, and cleaning returns us to the present where we can write the story we want. So how do we stay focused in the present? I use cleaning tools. Water, I drink water out of a blue bottle, or I have a specific song I love. Maybe my walking stick I use to bring me back to the focus. I look at birds and butterflies and I fall in love again and think, life is good. Essential oils bring peace to me, or a book or a prayer. Hot chocolate at night is wonderful. Anything that triggers your focus back to erasing and cleaning is what you need to do. If you're cleaning on someone else, let me remind you, when you clean, you've got to clean on yourself because it's your memories that are surfacing that you wish to quiet down. Seems counterintuitive to think we're responsible for everything of which we're aware, but the thoughts are within us, not outside of us. So the responsibility does lie within us and our awareness of a situation that disturbs us. In order to leave the voices of you should behind, which is basically the father mother consciousness, we apologize to our subconscious or our inner child. And with the cleaning, our goal is to return to the 0 point field where we can receive inspiration from divinity or our superconscious. As you might guess from this picture, our goal is to return to the moment as opposed to living in the past. One of my artistic clients who has embraced Ho'oponopono completely drew this picture for me to show you how it's brought him inner peace and balance. And I thought I'd share it with you. Bless you all.
So our next speaker, actually, is supposed to be after another speaker, but for some reason, our speaker, Dr. Durrani, for some reason, he's supposed to be here with us from Afghanistan, but he couldn't make it. So Dr. Tanveer Alam is going to be with us. His title is Natural Food, Color, Stability, Formulation, and Their Application. His affiliation is with University of Nizwa, Oman, and also is affiliated with Bio-Natural Healing College. So Dr. Tanveer, I hope I have you here. I ask you to start your video and join us. Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Tanveer. Welcome to
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, good evening. Maybe in California it is good evening.
Good evening to you, and nice to have you. Sorry, I just called you a little early, but I'm glad.
Yes. It's okay, no problem. I was ready.
You can move on with your presentation. The floor is yours. Thank you so much for.
Okay, thank you.
Are you going to have a PowerPoint presentation?
Yes, PowerPoint. It is PowerPoint.
Go ahead now. You're open. Go ahead. You're allowed now.
Yes. Yes. Now, today I'm going to present one lecture on natural food color. Actually, in this global world, the people are thinking about the natural products, not only the colors. Yes, in the market, two types of colors are available, synthetic colors and the natural colors. Synthetic colors are manufactured by chemical process and natural colors are manufactured by natural sources. Now, the pupils are thinking about to go for the natural products. It is because of synthetic products, I'm to say synthetic colors. They are having some disadvantages and some advantages. The advantages of the synthetic colors are more iridescent, stronger than self-stables. Synthetic colors are available in all primary colors. And synthetic colors are generally heat stable and the light stable. Synthetic colors are available as water soluble forms. And synthetic colors are not restricted for kosher and halal religious laws. And synthetic colors are not produced from GMO, and the cost of the final products are comparatively low. The disadvantages of the synthetic colors are synthesized from the chemicals, and synthetic colors are pure molecules that may have undesirable effects, maybe produce some diseases. Synthetic colors don't have nutritious values. These are the disadvantages of the synthetic colors. Now, natural colors. Advantages and disadvantages of the natural colors are available as water soluble either in the liquid or the powder forms, and oil soluble. Both the forms are available for the natural colors. Natural colors are produced from the natural sources like animals, fruits, vegetables, and the ores. Now, next advantages of the natural color is natural color have good nutrition value. Natural colors have the antioxidant activities, and the disadvantages of the natural colors are not iridescent, strong, or the self-stables. Natural colors are restricted by heat, light, and the pH stabilities. Next disadvantages of the natural color is natural colors are restricted. Some natural colors, not all, restricted by kosher and the halal religious laws. The cost of the natural colors is comparatively high in comparison to the synthetic color. Now, so why do we need to scientists of the Southampton University studies on the synthetic colors, and they found that some synthetic colors, particularly in azose dyes or azo colors, having the hyperactivity in the children. So these azo dyes have become known as the Southampton 6 colors, and they have banned in the US and the Europe. Now, natural colors. So due to these reasons, side effects, the people are thinking about the natural colors. Now, there are several natural colors which are available in the markets and having some nutritious values. First color is curcumin. It is obtained from the turmeric, rhizome of the curcuma longa, and it is found in the iron-soluble forms. Second color is riboflavin. It is known as vitamin B2, and the main sources of the riboflavin is the milk and cheese. Commercially, it is manufactured by the fermentation process. The next natural color is cochineal or the carmine colors. The main source of carmine color is cochineal insect. It is an insect. From the blood of this insect, this carmine color is extracted. Now, next natural color is chlorophyll or chlorophyllene copper complex. The main sources of the chlorophyll, it is a green colors, are spinach, nasals, and mulberry. Now, the chlorophyll main color, which is obtained from the raw material, is chlorophyll. It is iron soluble. Now, chlorophyllene or the copper chlorophyllene is converted from the natural chlorophyll, and it is the water soluble forms. Now, caramel. The main source or the caramel color is manufactured from the food grade carbohydrates. There are different categories of the caramel. The different forms depends on the method of the manufacturing. Next color is carbo vegetables, carbon black. It is made from the particle of carbonized vegetables materials and properties gray to black. Next food color is the beta carotene. The beta carotene, the main source of the beta carotene natural color is Donalilla silale. It is algae. So synthetic, it is manufactured by fermentation process, and it gives the orange to red hues in the products. Next color is bixine and norbixines. The main sources of the bixine and norbixines color as annatoseeds. Actually, bixine is the iron-soluble products, and this bixine converted into the norbixines by saponification process, and the norbixine form is the water-soluble form. It gives the yellow to orange hue in the products. Now, next natural color is paprika. The main source of paprika color is red chili. It is also oil soluble products. The main ingredient is capsanthes and the capsorbins. It gives the reddish orange hues for products. Now, next color is lycopene. Lycopene also red color. The main source of lycopene color is the skins of the tomatoes. It imparts the red colors on the food products. Next is lutein. Lutein natural food color. The main source of lutein natural color is marigold petals. So it is also oil soluble products. It gives the yellow colors on the final products. Next color is canthaxanthine. It is also obtained from the marigold petals, and commercially it is manufactured by the synthetic process. Betalains. The main source of betaline is beetroot. It is obtained by simple physical process, by like juicing, concentrating, or by reverse osmosis condensation like that. Next is anthocyanin. It is the main natural food colors used in the food products. So now main sources, it is obtained. There are so many varieties available in the market, like that, more than 300, which can obtain these anthocyanin color, different colors. So it gives the red to blue hints for the final products. Next is titanium dioxide color. It is obtained from the ores of lavender. It gives the brilliant white colors on the final products. Next is iron oxide. Iron oxide are naturally occurring pigments ranging from black, yellow, red, or browns. It is also obtained by the ores. So now next final color is phycocyanin. It is the newly introduced natural food colors in the market. It is a blue colors. It is the main source of this phycocyanin color is an blue-green algae known as Spirulina platensis. Now the challenges is of switching from synthetic color to the natural colors. The 5 main problem or challenges are there for the natural food colors. Like first is brightness, second is price, third is stability, fourth one is shelf life, fifth is supplies. The natural food colors are less bright in comparison to the synthetic color. It is due to of it is not a single molecule. It contains a number of moieties, chemical constituents. So that's why price. The price is comparatively high in comparison to the synthetic colors. Stability is less, means they are sensitive for light, heat, and the pH. Shelf life is low in comparison to synthetic color, and supply means sources are restricted. So these are the main factors for natural colors. Now the consumer trends. Consumer wants healthy eatings, fewer chemicals in their foods and drinks, natural, not artificials or maybe synthetics. A move away from E numbers and contains no artificial colors. So it is easy to switch to natural food color from the synthetic colors. Now, if the first one is stability, the natural color are light step, heat stability effects, suitable pH range. They need the suitable pH range, otherwise they can change. Now, in the case of anthocyanin colors, they are known as the pH indicators. The stabilities of the anthocyanin color depends on their pH. If we change the pH of the solution, or you can say of the products, so the color get changed. It depends on the pH value of the products. So we cannot use these colors for all the food product or the final products. Now, the stability. Main thing is how to stabilize the natural food colors. It is because of there are so many factors to affect their stabilities. So generally we use the encapsulation, or you can say micro encapsulation technique, to stabilize the natural colors. Micro encapsulation means it is the coatings on the food colors. Yes, micro encapsulation techniques. We use different technologies for encapsulations like spray dryings and spray chillings, fluidized bed coating, extrusions, emulsifications, and liposomes formations, spinning as disc and coercivations. Now, formulations or the emulsions. Now, as we have discussed in the previous slides, the natural colors are found in 2 forms. One is oil soluble form, second is water soluble forms. So now if we want to use the oil soluble forms of the colors in water soluble products. So it is necessary to make or convert the oil soluble form into the water soluble. So we have to go for their formulations. Now emulsions are two types, like oil in waters or direct emulsions, and water in oils, and inverse emulsion, in which water is dispersed in the continuous oil phase. So we change the oil soluble color into the water soluble colors. Now these are some other sources for red colors. Now, these are several examples for anthocyanin colors, like red cabbage, black carrots, elderberries, chokeberries, hibiscus, sweet potatoes, grape skins, radish. Now, other natural reds, beet, sandalwoods, carmines, paprika, cactus, lycopines. Orange colors for orange. These are the different sources: annatto, paprika, canthaxanthins, safflower. These are the sources for the orange colors. Yellow colors. These are the different sources for the yellow colors: curcuma, carrot, saffron, safflower, lutein. Now, like a lutein, annatto, they give the different shade, yellow to orange. So it depends on the dose of the colors. We can use the dose for shade, like yellow to orange. Now, brown colors, the sources are caramel, malt, or iron oxides. Blue green, now green is alfalfa, also is a source for green color. Red color, one new work is going on the phycoerythrin. It is a red algae to extract the natural red color, but the research is going on. Now, E numbers, the natural food colors are having the E numbers. Now, E numbers and the EU, labeling two different reds. We take the example of red colors. Now, synthetic chemical red color E120, erythromycin, it is a synthetic red colors. So the E number of this synthetic color is E127. In the case of natural black color, it is also give a red tone. So the number of this one is E163. Now, one is extracts considered like that. If the colors come from an extract, it is must to be put E number and the name. Extract means we use the systematic extracts like that. One is direct, we focus on the particular colors. And second is concentrate or juice. In the concentrate or juice, we go for only the physical process. We extract the juice only. So we say only the concentrate. And in the case of extract, we go for a chemical process. We focus on the particular colors or the chemical constituent. So the black color extract is having the E number. It is because of we focus on the particular chemical constituent. But in the case of concentrate, we mention only the fine properties vegetable concentrate or juice like that. So it is the difference between the E numbers or without the E numbers. Both are having the colors. Now, applications of the natural food colors. There are several applications. Now, from food to drink, skincare to the medicines, decorative effects to toiletries like that. First is food products, carbonated beverages, hard boils, biscuits, or bakery you can say, snacks, dairy products, ice creams, commutative meats, and surmise, fish like that. So these are the applications for the food products. Now, second application in pharmaceutical products, we can use the natural colors in tablets, capsule, and syrups. Pet food. Next application for the natural food color is in pet foods like dog, cat food, fishes, and chicken feed also. These are the examples for pet foods. Now, in fish pigmentations, particularly ornamental fishes, before that the pupils or fishermen, yeah, the pupils who are likes the fish business, so they are using the synthetic color to colors the fishes. So they use the synthetic color and dips in the waters or seas like the ponds. So the fish inhale the synthetic colors and their skins get converted to the different colors. But the effects for the environment, it is not the environmentally feasible. The synthetic colors are having the side effects. They can kill some other animals. So the fishermen or the people are using the natural colors for pigmentations of the fishes. Now, chickens and egg pigmentation. Next application is in there. Now, in the case of egg, the yolk, it contains the xanthophyll. Xanthophyll is a carotenoid. So we give the food for the hens. Impregnated, this is the like the xanthophylls, carotenes. So after taking the xanthophyll, the skins, flesh of the hens or even yolk get converted into more yellowish, orange light. It means it contains more xanthophylls. And when the people use these eggs, so it is having the medical impacts on. Means xanthophylls are effective for retinas, eyes. So people are using the xanthophyll injection for their eyes. So it is helpful for human also. Now, all the bright colors for Smarties come from nature's colorful palettes. These are different colors. Now, thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tanveer Alam. It was a beautiful presentation. We really learned a lot and very important. And so I don't know what time is on Oman right now. So
7:15.
what time it is right now?
7:15 morning.
Oh, okay.
No, it was the starting time for me.
Thank you so much
7:15 was, yeah.
for your beneficial presentation. I hope we have you in the future as well. Have a great night and stay safe. Yeah, may Allah.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome back. So that was beautiful presentation by Dr. Tanveer Alam. So we had a little bit difficulty as far as scheduling because a few of our speakers from Afghanistan, they just trying to get in, but they can't because, as you know, there's internet is always the issue over there. So we have Dr. Deborah over here. So Dr. Deborah Michael, we want to bring her. Let me introduce her before we move on. So let me see if she's ready, first of all. Yes, the mic is on. Okay, we have Dr. Rebecca Michael. And the title that she's going to talk about is India Challenge and COVID Mutation. And this is a very, very important subject that we want to hear about it. So Dr. Michael will talk about that. She's affiliated with American Association of Wellness Practitioners, American Association of Neuropathic Physician, American, let me see, I think I am there. American Zoological, and also Medical Association through Kingdom College of Natural Health. it's honored to have Dr. Deborah with us. Dr. Deborah, welcome to the conference.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So happy to see you. Thank you for being ready, because we're supposed to do it in a different time, but actually you're ready, so why not? Yeah, move on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so interesting subject. We want to hear from you.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, stage is yours, all yours. Thank you.
I'm gonna try to share this. I got our fingers crossed, okay?
Okay, move on. Okay, we're ready. And also, I saw a beautiful picture of with something. Can you tell us what kind of animal was that? Did you take that picture with?
It's at the zoo, Alameda Park Zoo in Alamogordo, New Mexico. It's actually a cement lion. I love lions, so that's one of my major animals I work with. And COVID affects the big cats, so.
Okay. All right, thank you for saying that. Okay, move on. Thank you.
Yeah, let me see if it'll let me share.
Sure. You shouldn't have me.
Can you see anything yet? I'm looking for my, there it is.
No problem.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Can
here.
y'all
Don't
can
worry.
y'all see that?
Ready.
Can you-
Dear viewers and attendees, participants, thank you so much for being with us. And today with a little bit technical difficulties and issues. So hopefully understand our situation. We all in COVID and quarantine situation. So many things are not possible. Okay, Dr.
Is
Mike
it,
back.
is
All
it
right.
sharing at all? I
Yeah.
hope.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, were you able to see the document? Probably not.
Not yet. So just put it on.
Okay, try again. We're having a great day at the Zoom here.
Here we go. Oh, I see my name.
Oh, no, that's not what I want to do.
All right, I'll bring myself back. Don't worry.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so I believe you have a PowerPoint, right?
I do have a PowerPoint, and for some reason, it's not allowing me to load it for you.
Okay.
But I can go ahead and read it if you'd like,
I see
because I know.
of your laptop now. So
Okay, you do?
use it, yeah.
Good. Okay, here we go.
All
Here we
right.
go. Okay.
Now we want to,
I
yeah.
want to show you. Hold on. Where did it go? Oh my goodness. I'm almost there. I apologize.
No problem.
Try this one more time. There it is. Fingers crossed. Can y'all see that?
PowerPoint. Yeah, we see the PowerPoint now. Yes.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I'll go through kind of quick, so I was a little bit late.
But
COVID in the Indian.
why didn't you your video? So start your video as well, because we see you. We can't see you now. We just see the slide.
Let's
Yeah.
see if I can turn myself back on.
Yeah. So I ask you to start your video as well. There we
Can
go.
you see it?
There we go.
Can you see the PowerPoint still?
Good. Go ahead.
Is the PowerPoint still there?
I don't see the PowerPoint, so I see. That's okay.
There's my PowerPoint right there.
Oh boy, okay, I know. Okay.
Let me try one more time. If you don't mind, I'll just put the PowerPoint and come back. Will that be okay?
Sure.
Okay, let me try that. I'm sorry, Doc. Can you see the PowerPoint?
Yeah, I see it now. Yeah.
For some reason, it won't let me cast both. I apologize.
Maybe you can talk about it. So the video is not. We can't see you, but we hear your voice.
Okay, I'm going to go through this because I'm holding you up. I apologize.
Go ahead.
Okay, COVID in the Indian Challenge. The next wave, naturopathic physicians need to educate on wellness now. It's imperative for the new strains emerging and economically challenged countries like India. I cry for my fellow practitioners and friends in India because of this new variant. What do we know currently? We know that the World Health Organization has reclassified the B.1.617 strain which was first identified in India with 30,000 individuals losing their lives daily. The earliest samples of that was detected in India in October, and the authorities announced in March this year that the variant has become more common in the state of Maharashtra. I hope I said that right. What is being said by the World Health Organization? They said Monday that the reclassification of strain as a variant of concern, it was previously named a variant of interest, which is a lower level of alert. I was working on this presentation when I saw images. It was terrible, but it reminded me of the typhoid outbreak in China, I believe in the late 1800s. More information on the mutations. Dr. Maria van Kerhove, COVID-19 technical lead in WHO, said that there is information suggesting that B1617 has increased transmittability and some reduced neutralization. This is courtesy with her permission, of course, for this educational document. According to GASAL, the platform where countries can share data on viruses, the B1617 strain from India has been detected in about 40 countries, including the US, UK, and Singapore, from her reference. B1617 is 3 sublineages, each with slightly differential mutation. The World Health Organization said that any case in India saw a major upsurge of the B16171 and B16172 lineages, and they become more prevalent, the health agency said. So that was from the World Health Organization. What the biotech and CEO is saying, and Pfizer, the mutations are not scientifically, virologists spoke to CSNBC. There's a double mutation or a triple mutation. That's what the report said. But the B1617 has more than a dozen mutations. So the BioNTech CEO stated that he's confident that the company's vaccine, which was developed, I lost myself 1 second here, which was developed, can challenge to save the Indian people from this strain. Based on the data we had in the past, that we might see a similar fashion of neutralization of the virus, but biotech is also sufficient. They don't have enough sufficient data on everything to really tell the efficacy for this specific strain. So we've had double mutations on the prior test, and the confidence is a concern. That's exactly the kind of setup that they call escape immunity. So that's one of the biggest things we're worried about right now. The next one shows the ELISA test, enzyme-linked immunoabsorbency assay. I used to do this at Cornell. What we have learned from the past strains and the infections and mutations, vitamin C in high doses, along with ginger and D3, assist in helping the body fight the variants. However, we're clueless to the new strains because the avian influenza strains, Newcastle disease and Huntington virus, the stereotypes are generally 1 through 14 on the Newcastle disease and 1 through 20 on the Huntington virus. I believe I have that right. There might be a couple more variances since I left Cornell, but doing the ELISA test, we can actually indicate the pathology of exactly what variant and what strain we're working with. According to the CDC and WHO, this is going to be very hard for you to read. The COVID we fought was a COVID-19 pandemic, also known as coronavirus vaccine. But the global pandemic of coronavirus in 2019 caused a severe acute respiratory syndrome, coronavirus 2, SARS-CoV-2. The virus was first identified in December 2019 in Wuhan, China, as we know. And the World Health Organization detected a public health emergency concern regarding COVID-19 on January 2020. This is old information. I just wanted to add old information to the slide for people who wanted information on that. I'm sure we're all pretty well versed on it now. I'm going to go over here to keeping the public publicity, awareness, and animal safe. SARS-CoV-2 belongs to a broad family of viruses known as coronaviruses. We know that. It's a positive sense single-strand RNA, a ribonucleic acid virus with a single linear RNA segment. Coronavirus infected the humans, but it's also affecting animals. Working at the zoo, we've been lucky here in Alamogordo, New Mexico. We haven't had any cases. We don't have the larger primates that are actually showing wow, it just turned me off here. Actually showing that. The 7 known coronavirus to infect people after 229E, NL63, OC43, HKU1, MERS CoV, and the original SARS-CoV. Here I have the data, the current data, 1/2/20, 8/26/2020, and 3/21/2021. And it was showing just the data here that I wanted to pull up. There's a lot of differences, and there's a lot of variants, and there's a lot of things going on in India that we're praying for them on. We're just concerned that in addition to the current vaccine that we have, not according to Pfizer, but what scientists are starting to say.
Problem video خودش داره میتونم فیکس کنه خب. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Did I miss something up, Doctor?
Dr. Deborah, we can't see you, unfortunately. Can you turn your video on now because the PowerPoint is out, right?
Oh, it went off on you? I'm sorry.
Talking about it. My
Here
name
I am.
is, there we go.
Are we having a good day today with this PowerPoint stuff? I just don't know.
Okay. Go ahead. We'll finish your talk. Go ahead.
Okay. So basically, with the variants and the strains that are going on, our major concern is we're going to have, like the influenza, a booster, another booster, additional shots depending on the different strains and variants. And that is what I actually have been researching, because again, here we're using vitamin C. We're starting out again, like I said, 2,000, 3,000 IUs. But again, we have to be careful because everything crosses the liver, even as a naturopath, and we don't want to poison our subjects or have difficulties with people with hepatitis and liver functioning problems. That was pretty much the preface of my my PowerPoint, and I hope that you enjoyed it, and I appreciate y'all inviting me. I do have my references listed. I just want to give you guys a sneak peek at this one with the lion and my references. So I have double jeopardy going on here, but thank you so much for the invite. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Thank you so much, Dr. Deborah, for your presentation. Well, a little bit disturbing, but you caught up, so we're okay. I hope for the future conferences and future programs. You have a nice day. Thank you so much. Stay safe, okay?
You too, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. Okay, our next speakers is Miss Jasneet Kaur, PhD candidate. Title is, she's going to talk as investigation on the herb spices of genus Philanthus. She's affiliated with Department of Botany, Eternal University of Baru Sahib in India. So it's very nice to have her. And Dr. Jasneet, we can see you over there. Hello, can you see us? All right. Okay, please unmute yourself. We don't have your voice. Here we go. I think we're good.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah. Is that good morning or good evening there? So you're calling from India,
Yes,
right?
good morning, sir.
Okay. Good morning to you. Welcome to the conference. Floor is all yours. Go ahead and start your presentation.
Okay, sir, fine. Let me share my screen. Can you have my screen, sir?
Yeah, we can see it. There's some background noise. I don't know where is that coming from. So that's the only thing. Yeah. Yeah, we can see your PowerPoint. We are good.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
I wish you all a pleasant morning and the evening who are attending the first Binatural Healing Conference. I'm grateful to you all for having me to share and obtain the knowledge with and from you all. And my sincere thanks to Dr. Vivek Sharma, who is providing me the best guidance as my major advisor. My name is Jasneet Kaur, and I am a research scholar at the Eternal University, Baru Sahib, India. Today, I am taking the topic Investigations on the Herb Species of the Genus Phyllanthus. Table of Contents, Introduction, Bumia Multi Complex, Morphology, Cytology, Phytoconstituents, Bioactivities, Risk and Impact Factor, Herbal Formulations, and Significance. Introduction, the genus Phyllanthus is diverse, belonging to the family Euphorbiaceae, and the genus Phyllanthus comprises of the diverse growth forms such as trees, shrubs, and herbs that are found to be allied among the tropical and subtropical regions of the world. A few species of the genus Phyllanthus are weeds that occur in the four continents of the world: Australia, Africa, America, and Asia. Bumia complex refers to the 12 herb species of the genus Phyllanthus that have been used extensively for the medicine for the treatment of various ailments. The medicinally important species of these complex includes the Phyllanthus samaras, Phyllanthus urinaria, Phyllanthus stabilis, Phyllanthus fraternus, as well as Phyllanthus neruri. The herb species of the genus Phyllanthus are used in the traditional systems of the medicines, and the whole herb plants of the genus Phyllanthus, they have been used as a natural products in India. Ayurvedic and Unani system of the medicines announced their use for the treatment of several disorders like liver disorders, hepatitis, renal disorders, dropsy, arthritis, jaundice, etc. And the plant juice is also recorded to be used for the appetite stimulation in children as well as for tongue cleaning. Morphology. The morphology of the herb species of the genus Phyllanthus are found to be quite similar. Generally, they are erect and sometimes procumbent and monoecious. Leaves are simple, alternate or opposite, linear oblong or elliptic obovate. The fruits are small and numerous, and they are found beneath the stem. Herb species have the numerous small seeds. Cytology, taxonomic studies, and the cytology of these species are not established well. Additionally, their subspecies are notified in the literature, whereas these are summarized to be in mixture based in India. The cytology of the subject is inconsistent and is found at variance, as you can see here. Phytoconstituents. Phytoconstituents are basically the chemical compounds that occur in the plants. They are responsible for the color as well as the other organoleptic properties. Phytochemicals of these herbs play an essential role for the assorted and distinctive bioactivities. Each herb of the genus Phyllanthus possesses the important phytoconstituents. Phyllanthine and hypophyllanthine are the two major bioactive compounds of this genus that are responsible to cure the various ailments. Polyphenols such as tannins, flavonoids, lignans, phenols like ferulic acid, methyl gallate, gallic acid, all these are the bioactive compounds that are responsible for curing the ailments. The phytochemical analysis of these herbs are carried out using the GCMS, UPLC, HPLC, and other high-tech advancements. The results of their consequences in several fields are also notified, and they are applicable to the medical as well as agricultural fields. Bioactivities. The bioactivities that are manifested by these herbs are allotted and attributed due to the presence of these active compounds, bioactive compounds that are present in the herbs. Lignans, flavonoids, alkaloids, saponins, they are all responsible in handling the remarkable properties of these herbs. Antibacterial, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, hypoglycemic activities, radioprotection properties, hepatoprotective properties, cardiovascular properties, antifungal, analgesic properties, anti-larvicidal, anti-hypoglycemic, anti-plasmodial, anti-diabetic, anti-tumor, and anti-cancerous activities are all possessed by these herbs. Other ailments such as vaginitis, urinary discharge, bronchitis, asthma, hiccups, skin disorders, and dysentery are also reported to be treated by these herbs of the genus Phyllanthus. Risk and impact factor. Phyllanthus urinaria is prevalent as a weed in the rice as well as the maize and other economic crops. They result in reducing the growth and yield. It negatively impacts agriculture, and they are difficult to identify or detect in the field. Adulteration and the admixture of these herbs as the raw material for the herbal preparation results in the reduced efficacy of the drugs. Herbal formulation. Despite having the plenty of medicinal properties, the herbal formulations are not much commercialized for all these species. However, a few species like Phyllanthus urinaria and Phyllanthus fraternus as well as Phyllanthus neruri are made available in the market for their striking properties. Need to investigate their taxonomy. These products are notified to be the species of genus Phyllanthus, and they are found to be in mixture when the local laborers collect them, and they get mixed as the raw material for the preparation of herbal formulations, and they result in the reduced efficiency and efficacy of these drugs. This leads to the need of the proper identifications, either having the taxonomic studies, the morphotype studies, ecotype, chemotype, and even the phylogenetic molecular based studies for the relevant and prominent results. So these are the different pictures of the different species of genus Phyllanthus that have been collected and taken from the Herbalcom Botanical Garden and the greenhouse of the Eternal University, Baru Sahib. Here you can see. Thank you all.
Hello.
Hello.
We can see your presentation. Are you done?
Yes, sir. I'm done.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
All right. You have a nice day. And
Thank you. I wish you the same.
you should the same.
Yeah. Have a nice day.
All right. Thank you so much. I hope you can finish your doctorate one of these days. And next time we're going to ask you to become our guest again in one of the seminars or conference we have.
Definitely, sir. I will feel honored to be there, to be the part of your conferences. Thank you very much.
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah.
This is Partava Sharma, PhD candidate, titles Maize, Morado, Purple Corn, Elf Benefits. Interesting. Affiliation, Department of Biotechnology, Eternal University of Baru Sahib, India. Welcome to the conference, Ms. Sharma. So,
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, sir.
Now you can move on with your, and I'm sure Shavani Sharma get ready. Once you're done, we can bring her in. Okay, move on, please. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank Should I start, sir? Now?
Yes. Yeah, move on, please. Yeah.
Okay.
I can see your
First
screen.
of all, good morning. Okay, thank you, sir. First of all, good morning to all. Myself, Pratibha Sharma. I'm very thankful to you all for providing me the opportunity to delivering the lecture on the maize morado purple corn health benefits. I'm the research scholar in the Department of Genetics, Plant Breeding and Biotechnology in Himachal Pradesh, India. Let's start with general introduction about the maize. It's having botanical name Zea maize, belongs to grass family Poaceae, having chromosome number is 2n equals to 20. Here is the general morphology of maize. It's generally the monoecious plant, that is male and female flower are present on the same plant. Its essence is called as silk. It's generally protandrous in nature. India is the sixth largest producer of maize in the world, contributing 2% of the production. The central of origin of Zea maize is reported to be at the Mexico and Central America. In India, it is the third most important staple cereal crop after wheat and rice, which account over 9% of the total food grain production in the country. It is used as livestock feed, as a human food, as a biofuel, and as a raw material in the industry. Its feeding value is due to its high value of vitamins, proteins, and other antioxidants. Because of all these advantages, it has become a choice among major crops for farmers in developing countries. Let's start with the purple maize. It is also called maize morado in the Spanish. Morado means purple, hence it is named as purple maize, which is rich in anthocyanins in the cobs, kernels, husks, and silks as well. It has useful phytochemicals, so currently it is used as a source of antioxidants for functional food products. It has been shown to have an antioxidant and free radical scavenging activity that is superior to the blueberries. So the question arises that why it is purple in color. The color of purple corn is due to its anthocyanin contents. Basically, there are 6 anthocyanins isolated from the purple corns, which are named as cyanidin 3-O-beta D-glucoside, pelargonidin 3-beta D-glucoside, peonidin 3-beta D-glucoside, and their derivatives, malonyl glucoside derivatives. The typical dark blue color of maize seed is obtained by the allelic combination of the gene B and PL regulatory genes, which are able to activate the mainly cyanidin 3 glucosides in the pericarp. Anthocyanin colorant obtained from purple corn is a significant source of natural dyes and widely approved and has been using for coloring candies, jellies, beverages, etc. in many countries. In Peru, popular dish called chicha and purple pudding made with maize are recognized as highly nutritious. So, what are the reasons to eat purple corn? What are the health benefits? Here, the previous reports which are published in the journals, it is anti-inflammatory in nature. It has consistently shown to reduce inflammation. Because of chronic inflammation is one of the underlying cause of many diseases of our time, including Alzheimer's diseases. Then second is anti-cancerous. Sorry. Anthocyanin are associated with the cancer prevention. For example, one study in 2013 published in Molecular Nutrition and Food Research suggests that the purple sweet potato may protect against colorectal cancer. So it is also help in the anti-cancerous activities. Then it's also good for your brain. A 2003 study published in the Archive of Pharmacal Research showed that the memory enhancing effects of eating purple sweet potatoes. Basically, why I'm saying that it's good for, because of the anthocyanin contents present in the maize. So hence purple corn is also good for your brain. It's also good for healthy heart. Heart disease and hypertension are due to the top causes of the disease related to death. We all know how important the heart is in supplying nutrients, oxygen, and water to our body organs to make them function well. So it is also good for your heart. Then next property is anti-aging property. In many studies, anthocyanin has been found to be quite effective for collagen health, give energy and vigor to enjoy an active life. Despite of that, it is also effective against asthma, thyroid, goiter disease, flu, cold, cough, fever, blood clots, blood flow problems, etc. Here is the comparative study, the food source and the anthocyanin content. Here you can see that highest anthocyanin content, that is 1642 milligram per 100 gram, is present only in the purple corn, even greater than that of red grapes. Here we have done some activities on the purple corn and various maize products in our lab scale. Here is the HPLC data of the various maize lines. Here you can see that in the anthocyanin rich maize, vitamin B1, that is thiamine, and vitamin C is higher than that of any maize varieties. So then after that, it's DPPH activity, that is antioxidant activity. Here you can see that in the anthocyanin maize, highest antioxidant activity has been recorded, that 73.51%, followed by Punjab sweet corn 62.41%. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your nice presentation, very informative. We learned so much. I have never tasted colorful corn. From now on, I will do. So now,
Its taste is same than that of normal maize.
oh, okay, all right. So you have any?
Taste is same.
You have any message about this conference? There's anything you want to add, or you want to add something? You want to say something? We can close at that.
Okay, so because it is the third most important staple cereal crop, that is in India, it is very important that all like makki ki roti and sarson ka saag. So my point is to incorporate the purple corn, which have more health benefits than that of normal maize.
Okay, thank you so much. We have a little bit internet connection. It was better before, but now. So thank you so much for participation, and we hope to see you again on our next programs. Have a nice day. Thank you. Okay, our next speaker is Ms. Shavani Sharma, PhD candidate. And the title that she's going to present is Botanical and Phytopharmacological Exploration of Bohorovia diffusa. Correct me as far as the pronunciation, from Sirmaur district of Himachal Pradesh in India. And she's affiliation with the Department of Botany, Eternal University of Baroda Sahib, India. Welcome to the conference, Ms. Sharma. Right, so thank you so much, Ms. Sharma. Now we have Shavani Sharma, which we were cut off earlier because of the video situation. So let me see if I can see her. I already introduced her, so okay. Good to see you. Welcome to the conference.
Good morning. Thank you.
Okay, good. Oh, we have you here too. So actually, yeah, so pretty much. Okay, now we start with you. So there was a confusion, I think. Are you guys related? Both of you are in the same area living, and also last name is Sharma. Is any relationship?
Yeah.
What is that? Sisters?
No, sir.
Close friends? Close family friends? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Very good. Very good. Okay, we are ready. And if you're ready, stage is yours.
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
Okay. Well, I see myself again. What happened? Can you try it? Let me see. Can you try again? Start your video. Start your video again, Shavani. There we go. Move on. You can. Let me see. Let me.
Sir, how to share the screen?
Okay, now you're good. Okay, go ahead. Okay, you can start your presentation now. You're good.
Sir, how to share? Share screen?
Do you have a PowerPoint?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can start from where you're watching you. If you're ready, you can start your presentation.
शिवानी
Actually,
स्क्रीन के नीचे आ रहा होगा शेयर स्क्रीन.
Yeah, you can share it.
कैसे
Yeah, you have the option to share your PowerPoint if you want. Just use the share a screen and then,
share screen and
yeah.
ma'am?
Did you expect us to do the PowerPoint for you? So,
शिवानी नीचे स्क्रीन पे आ रहा होगा शेयर स्क्रीन नीचे लिखा है ग्रीन कलर से शेयर स्क्रीन.
yeah. Yeah. So, do you have the PowerPoint with you or? Join us again if you like.
Screen share.
So if you have it, just you can talk about it. You don't have to show the screen. That's fine too.
So screen share. How to screen share? Oh,
I'm sorry.
शिवानी नीचे आप देखोगे नीचे पार्टिसिपेंट्स क्यूए चैट्स शेयर स्क्रीन एंड रिकॉर्ड लिखा है. शेयर स्क्रीन पे यू कैन क्लिक.
इसको नीचे बोलो स्क्रॉल करो.
नीचे स्क्रॉल करो शेयर स्क्रीन है.
हाँ जी.
हाँ देन शेयर योर स्क्रीन. जो भी स्लाइड आपने प्रेजेंट करनी है उसको क्लिक करो एंड शेयर करो.
नहीं आ रहा मैम.
I understand you said share, Karo. I know that much Urdu, but there's nothing I can share. Did you send a PowerPoint?
कैसे मैम वो नहीं आ रहा है PPT.
Okay. So you want to start your presentation without PowerPoint, or should we reschedule it maybe for tomorrow? Because
Sir, it's PowerPoint.
I'm sorry.
PowerPoint.
Okay, go ahead.
But how to share? I didn't get it.
I can't see your picture again. Your video is off.
Is it showing?
Well, I think we have difficulties as far as playing your PowerPoint. I think what we could do, we could just probably repeat this one tomorrow night, because at the same time, we can allow you to just let us know ahead of time. We can work on your PowerPoint, then you can do your presentation. Because you're the last speaker right now, I'm sure everybody's, they're waiting or leaving. So you want to do that tomorrow night? We can give you a special timing, right? I think that's what we're gonna do, dear viewers. We don't want to make you wait long enough. So you already waited long enough. So with Shavani Sharma, we're gonna just probably communicate after this with you. And tomorrow evening or in the morning, if you're available, we could just allow you to do your presentation, because right now, if you can't do it without PowerPoint, then it should be difficult. I'm sure that was your understanding to do that. So, dear viewers, thank you so much for being with us. We want to start again tomorrow at 7 a.m. Like today, that's going to be our session 3, and we have speakers. Let me see who's going to be with us tomorrow. we have, these are the speakers we had. So we are going to have, these are the speakers actually left. So Pratap Sharma will join us tomorrow because we had situation. Pratap Sharma did, actually Shivani Sharma, we can arrange to talk tomorrow and do her presentation. And also we have the other guests like here, Dr. Karen, and also we have Dr. Sally, and we have Dr. Bahauddin Mujtaba, and also we have, for some reason the name is missing, so we'll figure it out. And Pratava Gupta and Dr. Chaint Choksky, and also we have Aisha Abdulama, and the rest of the speakers, as you see that it's hard for me to read the names, but anyways, we have, these are the speakers left for tomorrow at 7, and also we have another presentation after 7 o'clock. Oh, you're here, okay. You wanna move on?
Yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead, move on, okay. Move on. Shivani Sharma, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, I'm glad it worked out for you. Go ahead. Oh, when I turn the video on, I think what happens, I have to stay with you because.
Sir, is
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
it
Yeah,
sir,
okay. I want to stay there with you too, because for some reason when I take my video off and the PowerPoint goes away. So okay, go ahead.
okay, sir. That is visible.
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So, my topic is botanical and phytopharmacological exploration of Boravia diffusa from Sirmaur district of Himachal Pradesh. And here is the introduction of the Boravia diffusa. So, the Boravia diffusa is a species of flowering plant in the 4 o'clock family. That is Nyctaginaceae, which is known as the Punarnava. Punarnava means means that sometimes that renews or renews the body, or it's called other revivers. So it is a perennial creeping herb found throughout the wasteland of India. The various parts of the plant are used in the treatment of cancer, jaundice, inflammation, enlargement of spleen, abdominal pain, and also as an anti-stress agent. The classification of genus Boravia is the kingdom Plantae, phylum Spermatophyta, class Dicotyledon, and order Gryphyllales, family Nyctaginaceae, genus Boravia, and species the diffusa. Here is the some common names of the Boravia diffusa. In English, spreading fugweed, rag fugweed, pigweed, and horse purslane. Also in Hindi, Gadpurna, in Urdu, Tukham Ispat, and also in the Gujarati, Marathi, and the Tamil. Here is the geographical distribution and habitat. The genus Boravia, consisting of 40 species, is distributed in tropical and subtropical region and warm climate in all over the world. Among 40 species of Boravia, only 6 species found in India, that is Boravia diffusa, Boravia erecta, Boravia rependa, and chinensis, hirsute, and rubicunda. Here is the morphology of Boravia diffusa. Stem is prostrate, ascending, and divergently branched. Here the flowers are small and hermaphrodite, light pink and purplish in color. The fruit are 3 to 4 millimeter long, ovate and oblong. Roots are about 30 to 50 centimeter deep in soil. There is the some health benefits of Boravia diffusa, that is, it's good for the liver and remedy for urinary tract infection and eyesight. And antidiabetic in nature, fight against obesity, diuretic in nature, prevents heart failure and stomach disorders. And here is the collection. I have collected the plant from the 10 different locations in Bird Sahib, Himachal Pradesh, North India. Here is the locations, and here is the morphological features of the plant. The leaves are opposite and ovate, stem are prostrate and ascending, flower are hermaphrodite purplish in color, and the root is thick in soil. Here is the cytology. The cytology represents the basic number is 13 and the 2n is 26 or 2n is to 52 chromosome numbers. Here is the anatomy. The anatomy of the stem. The cell wall of the epidermis is thick. The cuticle is thin. The epidermal cells are rounded and not of the same size. Anatomy of the root. Successive cambium rings are found in patches, not continuous due to intraphase parenchyma formation in between. Medullary bundles are present. And here's the preliminary phytochemical analysis. The phytochemical screening was done on the Bravia stem, leaves, and root extract. Okay. Uh, the two methanolic and water concentrates 80-20 were tried for the nearness of dynamic standards. For example, phenols, tannins, flavonoids, alkaloids, steroids, sterols, quinones, saponin, proteins, starch, coumarin, sugars, polysaccharides, natural corrosive, and unsaturated fats. And here is the results of the preliminary um, and the phytochemical investigation through RPHPL PD analysis of polyphenols. So, for analysis of rutin, synergic acid, epicatechin, gallic acid, caffeine acid, catechin, isoquercetin, luteoline, and cinnamon acid in various samples were tried to prepare by various extraction method. That is the 80-20 methanol water for the sanitation. Here's the calibration curves for polyphenols. For gallic acid, for caffeic acid, catechin, isoquercetin, luteolin, cinnamic acid, the rutin and synergic acid, and the epicatechin. Here is the graph for the polyphenols. It shows that the Bravia diffusa root are more effective or more polyphenols containing. So here is the routine contain higher amount of polyphenols than epicatechin and the catechin. And the next is the quantification of vitamins in various plant samples. So estimation of the vitamins for analysis that is thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, and choline, pyridoxine, and the para-aminoazoic acid and ascorbic acid. So here is the result for the vitamins. So it is also the graph shows that the vitamin B6 its higher amount in the Bravia diffusa root, that is the pyridoxine. The GCMS analysis of whole plant are doing. So here is the result. So it is the benzoyl oxy 1. It's the major active component are showing the higher peak of area, that is 26.12% in Bravia diffusa. So here is the ICP-MS, inductive coupled plasma mass spectrometry. So there is the result of the ICP-MS. Here's the estimation of mineral content in whole plant of Bravia diffusa through the ICP-MS. So here's the graph shows that the magnesium has the more magnesium is the more present in Bravia diffusa in the whole plant, and the also iron are present in the whole amount of in Bravia diffusa. And here is the total phenolic content and the total flavonoid content. Here is also Bravia diffusa root shows the more phenolic contents and the more flavonoid content. There is the bioactivities. There are three bioactivities were performed on Bravia diffusa, that is stem in the parts of the stem, leaves, roots, and as well as the combination of all plants, that is DPPS 22 diphenyl 1-picyl hydroxyl assay, ABTS 222 azinobis, 3-ethyl benzothiogen, 6-sulfonic acid, and PrEP, that is the ferric reducing antioxidant assay. So here is the DPPS assay. The DPPS assay is a free, stable free radical with red color. It is free radical gets quenched. It will generate its color to yellow. This assay uses is character to show her free radical quenching activity. Here is the L-ascorbic acid used as a standard. And here is the graph of the L-ascorbic acid that shows the more concentration in the 1000 microliter. And there is the result of Bravia diffuser root. In the root, it shows the more concentration percentage inhibition in the Bravia diffuser root. There's also ABTS assay. The ABTS assay is a feryl myoglobin radical is formed for the methmyoglobin and hydrogen peroxide. And it's the standard also used with the prologues. Here's the graph of this. The more percentage inhibition in 1000 microliter in prologues, and the percent inhibition of Bravia diffuser root shows the more percentage inhibition. And here is also PrEP, the ferric reducing antioxidant power assay. Here is the TCA is used as a standard. Is the graph, and here's the root show the more percentage inhibition in PrEP. Antimicrobial activity. The microbial strains used in the present study were this method antimicrobial compound present in the extract were allowed to diffuse out into medium and interact in a plate seeded with the test microorganisms. The resulting zone of inhibition will be uniformly circular as there will be a complete law of growth. The diameter of zone of inhibition can be measured in millimeters. So here is the 5 microbial strains are used, that is the Astrobacter, Bacillus, E. coli, Pseudomonas, and a Streptococcus. And here is the result, shows the antimicrobial activity in Bravia diffuser root, shows the more antioxidant activity in the strain of E. coli. Here is the conclusion. The morphological study of Bravia diffusa showed that there is no distinct morphological difference between accessions. The cytological study showed that the only diploid plants, germ plants, found from adjoining area. And anatomical studies showed that the only secondary growth present in the all parts of the plants. On the basis of preliminary analysis, the Bravia diffuser contains different compounds such as phenol, flavonoid, saponin, coumarin, alkaloids, etc. Which are responsible for the control of different bioactivities. From HPLC analysis of different vitamins B1, B2, B3, B4, B6, and B10 and C present in higher amount in root followed by leaves and the stems. The HPLC analysis polyphenol showed that the rutin and epicatechin present in higher amount in roots. So here from the ICP-MS analysis, the magnesium and iron was present in higher amount in the whole plant of the Brahmi diffusa. So the GCMS analysis showed that the benzoyloxy-1 was present as an active component. From the DPPH, ABTS, and PrEP, were the three assays used for the antioxidant analysis of Brahmi diffusa. In both the activities, antimicrobial and antioxidant, the maximum zone of inhibition and higher antioxidant activity had been recorded in Bravia diffusa root as compared to the stems and leaves. So in the future, there is need to identify Bravia diffusa germplasm on the basis of their active ingredients. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So this was our last presentation. Thank you, Shivani Sharma. And thank you for everybody. Thanks for being patient and accept our apologies for some technical issues. So this is the best we can because in such a great conference, it's not possible to go without some technical issues, especially internet connections and computer savviness and stuff. Thank you so much, Shivani Sharma, for participating. Hopefully we'll see you in the future as well. Thank you. Have a nice day over there.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, bye now. So this brought us to the last part of this session. And thank you for staying with us. The session 3, like I said, starts at 7 a.m. in the morning. So you can go to Facebook of Bionatural Healing College. You could see the tape. If you didn't get a chance to saw this presentation or conference, it's on Facebook. It's going to stay there, so you can watch it over there if you like. Other than that, we'll see you tomorrow. And then in behalf of Bionatural Healing College, I thank you so much for your patience, for all the participants, distinguished speakers, that they put their times and efforts to make this one happen. Without you, without your efforts, without your participation, wouldn't be possible. And also all the volunteers that they work behind this conference, day and night to make this one happen. I really appreciate all of them and all the volunteers that have been involved. So I hope you guys take something with you and learn something from this conference. So it continues tomorrow. Have a great night. And if you're the other part of the world, have a great day. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 7 a.m. in US time, California time, or maybe 7 or 6:30 in Afghanistan or India and Pakistan or other part of the world. Have a great evening. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.